Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's one I've kind of been a little bit excited to make for the last couple of weeks. I've been on tour now for quite a while. We're heading towards the final stretch of the tour, and I currently have every pen I have with me inked. This is the first time. This little leg of the tour doesn't require any flights, so I decided to ink up a bunch of things so I could enjoy everything while I had it here. So I've got 7 pens inked, plus 4 non-fountain pens that I've been using that I wanted to show as well. So we're actually going to start with those. And we'll start with the Lamy 2000. Now this is the rollerball body. But I have replaced the rollerball insert with the Lamy M17 Jetstream ballpoint refill. I prefer ballpoints to rollerballs, and I really like the Jetstream. So the paper I have here today is my Baron Fig Confidant. This one's been traveling with me for quite a while. I've been using it for different projects and things over time. I love this paper. And yeah, I just thought I would use that here today, and let's get this started. So this is my currently inked. So yeah, let's start with the Lamy 2000 rollerball. I'll put slash ballpoint given what I've done, with the Lamy M17 Jetstream refill in black, and this is the fine, which is sort of the labeled as the equivalent of the 0.5. Nice solid refill, really enjoy it, and really love it in this pen body. It gives me a ballpoint pen on the go that I really like. Next I have the pen that kind of lives in my pocket. It is this is the Tactile Turn Bolt Action in the tonal slate color, and I have this with a Pilot refill, and this is either the Postal or the Pilot Juice refill in blue-black. We have the Tactile Turn, and this is a Pilot. As I said, it's either the Postal or it is the Juice refill, but great refill. Lovely sort of a darker blue, not a sort of a bright royal blue, which I really enjoy. Next is the Uniball Zento, and this is the signature pen body. I love this. I really enjoy it. I like the refill a lot, but I kind of really enjoy writing with this pen. 0.7mm black refill in it. Not the blackest of blacks, but it's black enough to be nice on the page, but the feeling of writing with it is absolutely gorgeous. Like, it's smooth, it's sort of slightly cushioned, and it's a really luxurious feeling refill, and it's a nice interesting pen body to put it in. Next is my companion pencil, and after this we'll get to the fountain pens, I promise. But this is the Wingback Brass Mechanical Pencil. I adore this. I love my Wingback product. It's a fantastic brand. By the way, you can check out reviews of a bunch of these products on my channel. If I haven't reviewed them yet, reviews are coming. And also there are some affiliate links in the video description as well if you're interested in any of these products. Get yourself a little discount on some of them, which would be rather nice. So we have the Wingback. Now I have both the 0.7 and the 0.9 sort of mechanisms, but this is the 0.9. And I have this with a 2B, and it's a Pentel 2B lead. I really like these leads. It's really smooth, and I love this for quick note taking. It allows me to, I often carry a field notes notebook or something along those lines in my pocket, so it's great for that. But also being a 0.9, I really actually enjoy it for sketching and art as well. So that is my non-fountain pens that are in like major circulation. Now let's start with the fountain pens, and while we're on Wingback, the Wingback stainless steel fountain pen. great pocket pen, you know, perfect size to carry it around with you. It's not light, but it's strong and robust, but it makes a really nice size pen in the hand when it's all put together. It's got a nice bulk nib on it. I did tune this nib up a little bit. It didn't need any work. I just, like, it wrote beautifully. I just wanted it just a little bit sort of wetter for my own taste, so I did just a little bit of work to sort of open it up and make it just a little bit wetter, and I couldn't be happier. So here we have the wingback, and the ink in this is Diamine Oxford Blue, my standard everyday ink color. I love this ink. I always have. And in this pen, it's just absolutely beautiful. It's, as I said, it's quite smooth. It's not super wet, but and this is a slightly absorbent paper. It's one of the reasons I use this paper a lot for everyday note taking, because I can quickly take notes, you know, if I'm in rehearsal or whatever, and then close the book, and you know, you can see it dries up pretty quickly. But it lays down, this pen lays down a beautiful line of this absolutely gorgeous ink. Next, we have a pen that really recently came into my possession. I made a video about the Mahjong B25, and I said I didn't have a Parker 25 that it is modeled off. And a viewer dropped me an email, and now I have one. You know, it's a cool little pen. So I've just been using a standard Parker Blue-Black Quink cartridge, and this pen writes surprisingly nicely. So we have a Parker 25, and I want to say this particular one is either from the late 80s or maybe early 90s. It's a pen model that's no longer made. Not my favorite blue-black ink. I find it to be a little too blue. Like, even the Diamine Oxford Blue there is a little bit more my kind of blue-black than this blue-black is. You know, it writes really well, and I'm really impressed with the Parker. I don't know yet if I'll make it like a shootouty comparison sort of style video between this and the Mahjong. Other people have, Doodlebud, people like that have done them. So look, I might do one later on, but at the moment I'm just enjoying this very cool Parker pen. Next, we have the Karas Pen Company ink. This is a big sturdy pen. I sort of eyed this one off for tour the moment I got it, because it is just so robust, and it came with a steel nib. I've put the Bock titanium nib on here. I actually got this from the Karas Pen Company back in the day, and it just makes this pen so cool, and such a beautiful writer. So we have the Karas Pen Company, and in this I have Diamine Earl Grey. So, like, with that sort of grey titanium nib and the grey finish and the grey ink, it's just very cool. I really like it. Once again, not super wet, but definitely wet enough. That titanium nib makes it super luxurious and wet. I'll just quickly scribble in the Parker there as well. You can actually see the blue that it goes down versus the blue it dries. It does dry slightly more sort of blue-black, but both super enjoyable pens to write with. But that Karas Pen Company, I've actually been doing a lot of sketching with this ink in this pen. I did a project where I was doing 31 sketches in 31 days for July, and I was using the Diamine Earl Grey and really loved using it for that. So I put it in this pen, and I've been using it for sketching since. It's very nice. Now, if you're watching my channel back in, I think it was in July, I posted a video about which vac to pack, and the Wingsung 699 beat out the Asvine V126, I think it is, simply because this is the one I could justify losing if I happened to lose it. Funny saying that when I've got like all these other pens here today as well, but you know, that's sort of what it came down to. Really loving this pen. I haven't been using it a whole lot, but also it's got a super fine nib on it, so like the ink is just going to take quite a while to sort of work through. But it's a really nice pen. It's a clone, not a clone, I shouldn't say clone. Clone gets me in trouble. It's deeply inspired. No, that also gets me in trouble. It's not a copy. It's not deeply. It's a homage. It's an homage to the Pilot Custom 823. So it's modeled off that pen design-wise, but I think it's a really good pen in its own right. So the Wingsung. I've also got the transparent blue version of this pen with the medium nib, which I also really love. And the ink in this is another Diamine, and this is Oxblood. So when I travel, in terms of the ink I have, obviously I've got quite a few Diamines here, and most of the inks actually, 4 of the 7 inks I'm using at the moment are Diamine inks. And that is because Diamine make great inks. Like that's one, very clear side of it. The other side of it is that the Diamine 30ml bottles are really great to travel with. They're kind of sturdy and they don't break super easily, and they're small enough. So I travel with those and an ink miser, and I fill my pens as I go, or I also travel with a couple of samples of inks that I'm wanting to try out. Like a couple of the inks today are from samples. But it just gives you a nice sort of ability to have a good amount of ink, particularly when I was doing like that art project with Diamine Earl Grey. I use half a bottle of ink, a 30ml bottle of ink on that project. So yeah, good to have a nice amount of it on hand. So we have 3 pens to go, and I'll do the last Diamine one first. It is this. This is the Scrivener EDC, and this is the brass version. It's catching the light in a really interesting way there. It kind of looks very cool. This is a really interesting pen. The pen model I like a lot. This brass version I find really interesting. Part of this tour, as well as doing opera performances, is we do community outreach, workshops, masterclasses, that kind of thing. And one of the things I like to do is take notes in those classes. And this is the pen I've been using for that. It's because it's sort of it's a nice size, easy to travel with, it's nice and robust, and I find it a very comfortable pen to write with for a long period of time, and it also kind of looks cool, and I like that. So we have here the Scrivener EDC brass. I've been using this as Diamine Ancient Copper. Awesome ink. I think I might have toured with this ink last year or maybe the year before in the Mark's Innovative Gear Copper fountain pen, which I think is a brilliant fountain pen, and I could tour with that pen any day of the week more than happily. I just like to sort of use different things when I can, but this pen writes so well. You can see it writes quite broad. It's not, once again, not super wet, also a property of this paper. But it's super smooth, reliable. All these pens, that's a big key thing for me is, I don't talk a lot sort of about my pen philosophy. Maybe I should do more videos about that, but I don't care how much a pen costs. I don't care if it's a gold nib, palladium nib, titanium nib, steel nib. I don't care. Like if I'm interested in a pen, if I can afford it, if I can justify the price, it doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is how the pen writes. So using a pen like this, or, where was it? The Wingsung 699, which costs like 40 Australian dollars. It writes well, it writes reliably, it writes smoothly. Yes, the wingback here, this is around the 300 Australian, although you can get it a little bit cheaper using the affiliate link. Steel nib, uses a cartridge. I don't mind. I honestly don't mind. The experience of writing with the pen is far more important to me than the price of the pen or the brand of the pen. So you see expensive pens in my collection. I've got many pens that are considered very much luxury pens. Very much that. But you won't necessarily see me with Namikis or, some of those really ornate custom pens and things. They just don't appeal to me for my purpose of having fountain pens. Okay, next we have the Hongdian 100. This is a pen I got sent to review. It's a really interesting pen. There's a lot going on. I'm not sure exactly when the review of that is going live. It might go live after this this video, but really great writing pen. Great writing pen. Hongdian 100. This has one of those long knife or blade nibs, which kind of functions like an architect with narrow downstrokes and broader crossstrokes, but it also changes depending on the angle which you hold the pen. The ink in this one is the wonderful Lamy Dark Lilac, the 2024 version. Now, I'm a big lover of the original Lamy Dark Lilac, the real Lamy Dark Lilac from 2016. But this revised version of the ink I like in its own right. I like the green sheen, looks cool. It's about as much sheen as I want to see on an ink, but it's just a beautiful purple. And in this pen with that lovely nib, we get a beautiful writing experience. It's a smooth pen. It's once again super reliable. I've been using this a lot for journaling because it's piston filler. It's got a good ink capacity. It chewed up almost an entire, I think it's got just over a mil of ink in it. So lots and lots of writing. Journaling with this has been wonderful. It's super balanced in the hand. It's a really lovely pen. It gives my handwriting nice flavor on the page. And then the last pen I have to talk about today is the Diplomat Viper. And this is the blue version, one of the initial release. It came in blue and black, and they've since released a brown version, and the green has been, as I'm filming this, I think, as I said, I'm on tour at the moment. Mine's either arriving soon or about to arrive in my mailbox, the new green version. As I said in the initial reviews and everything, if a green version of the Viper was released, I would get one. And while I don't love the different, like the emeraldy green of the new clip and things, I think it's gonna suffice very nicely. And I've already got an ink in mind to put in it. I'm gonna be inking it instantly with Mont Blanc Irish Green. Great green. But this blue version has been a long time, a year, however long I've had it, 8 months since I've had it. Absolutely brilliant writer. One of the only downsides to this nib, to this pen, is the range of nibs available, and it only comes in this fine medium at the moment. Looking forward to there being more nib options available, because I will probably end up getting the black and future editions in other nib sizes. At the moment, with the blue in this color, in this nib size, and then the green in this nib size, I think I'm pretty set for the moment. Diplomat Viper. And the ink I have in this today is an interesting one that I have recently really fallen for, and it is the, I'll just put Kobe, but it's a Nagata, or whatever it is, Kobe, number 23, Nagata Blue. This ink goes on a really sort of interesting blue and then dries to a really lovely sort of grey blue-black. Not a true blue-black, it's more grey. You can see like instant, on this paper particularly, which as I said, it's fountain pen friendly. Like if we look at the reverse of this, like nothing's coming through, it's performing really well, but it's slightly toothier, slightly more absorbent paper. And so we get quick dry times, all that kind of thing. And so you see it change instantly to that really interesting sort of grey, from the navy blue to like a grey blue. It's beautiful. I love this ink. I got a sample of it from Desk Bandit here in Australia, and as soon as I inked it into a pen, I ordered a bottle instantly. Yeah, absolutely think it's brilliant. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, hit the notifications button, all that kind of stuff. If you've got products that you think I should be looking at, or if there is a way you'd like to support the channel, I'd love to hear from you. A massive thank you to a range of these assorted brands who have provided things over the years for review. As I said, there are a number of affiliate codes linked down below where you can get a little discount on some of these items, as well as throw some support in the way of my channel. Everything that I get from affiliate links and ad revenue, all that kind of stuff, all gets sent back straight into the channel so I can keep making these videos for you. So enjoy your pens, whatever you may have inked, and I'll talk to you soon.